Good day. It's the F Plus podcast. And in the next hour or so, we will read terrible things, but we will do them with enthusiasm. And in this recording, we have Boots Rain Gear.
Also, I am a Star Wars fan, and I like the Galactic Empire over the Republic in the future of the saga. The Empire is reborn. I wanted the Empire to win in the end, and they did.
Isfahan!
I think that feminism violates the binary pulse, a very important feature of the universe.
Shell Game!
Unfortunately, despite Queen Elizabeth II's well-known opposition to apartheid and friendship with Nelson Mandela, I don't think it will ever be politically possible to advocate a white head of state for South Africa again.
Oh, no.
Wow! Kendrick Lobstar.
Kentucky monarchist, I'm on your side, but I don't quite understand where all that came from or what it has to do with Harry Potter. While I obviously believe the opponents of Harry Potter are terribly wrong, I'm not aware that any of them have advocated nuclear war.
For the first time in a regular F Plus recording, we've got Sauce.
Let all of you will be helped by our Mr. God Jesus Christ.
Okay, but read from the document.
When you're this big, they call you Mister.
And Lemon. You and your countrymen should demand that they shape up or ship out. That they need to stop segregating themselves into ethnic neighborhoods and ethnic communities. That they stop being black British and British Asian and simply become British. Or if they don't want to be British, go home. That's the tenor of this episode. Buckle up.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
It's actually a little less racist than that.
It's really not.
I did want to say, yeah, it's not that bad. But
It's subtextually racist.
yeah, it's not that overtly racist.
And he's down on the street, so I throw both his bags down the hall. And I'm phoning a cab, cause my stomach feels small. There's a taste in my mouth, and it don't taste at all. It could have been me, oh yeah, it could have been me. Why didn't I say? Why didn't I say? No, 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 she's so swishy and a sad and a bad. And a rock.
Hey, F Plus.
Hello?
Hi,
Hi,
Lemon.
Lemon.
Hey, Lemon.
Hello, Lemon.
So nice to hear from all of you. Hey, God save King Charles, right?
God save Prince Charles.
Goddamn Prince Charles.
God's going to
God
do what he's
save the
going to
king.
do.
He did some.
So you always cut out this part of the podcast then?
Well, now,
Oh,
right?
does that never make it to? I've never touched any of these edits
No, I always edit out the part where we
where
sing
we all
God Save
pledge
the
our
King.
fealty to whoever is the current patriarch of
Yeah.
England. Is that
To
you
the
cut
current
that
head
out?
of the House of Windsor, current head of the House of Windsor, monarch of the British Isles and the remnants of the Empire.
Okay,
James Bond.
into the toilet with you.
Oh no, please not again.
That's the other thing. That's the other thing we end up cutting out of these is Shell Game giving people swirlies.
It's a bully.
It's better than the other thing they do with their head.
Okay, so I have a document I want to put in front of all of us, and that document is actually one that was provided by Sauce. This is a matter of timeliness, actually, because at the point of recording, not at the point of release, because by the time this actually releases, I don't know, it'll be 2025, but at the time of recording, Sauce, you are now a citizen of the United States of America. Is that right?
I'm not a citizen. I'm a permanent resident. My green card arrived today.
Okay, great. Okay, but that you still even though
I escaped.
Even though you are a resident of the United States, you appreciate the monarchy and everything that it gives to the world and the majesty of it. Like, you like everything about the monarchy, right?
What's not to love?
Right, exactly. Yes, correct.
You interrupted his beans on toast eating to ask him about
One thing we
Of
learned
course
from
he
Garbage
loved
Day.
it.
he was about to put on a rain slick and eat an entire can
I was
of
about to
Heinz
take
baked
off.
beans.
I was about to take off a rain slick and then put on my other more patriotic rain slick for the evening.
He's got 3 different meats boiling on the stove.
It must be really hard, surrounded by all these tacos, and you're just trying to enjoy beans the proper way.
He's got wellies on and a driver's cap.
Just full of jelly babies. I'm sorry, that's the only British food I know.
All
I
right.
think they're jelly beans or something.
Anyway, unrelated to that, we are going to be spending this entire episode on a website that I hope you're all familiar with at this point. That website is royalcello.websitetoolbox.com.
Oh, I love this
Oh,
website.
nice.
Yeah, it's
SEO to hell and back.
I mean, obviously you all have this set as your homepage, don't you?
Yeah.
I do now.
I mean, like, look, there's 94,000 posts spread out over 1,000 members. The newest member is King John the First Cascadia.
Kendrick Lobstar pretty soon.
It is an incredibly active forum, and what else would you expect from a forum attached to an Angelfire website in the year 2023?
Yeah, so here we are on the it's right on the top. You got right there in Arial bold. It says Monarchy Forum. Sign up for the Monarchy Forum. Some of our categories are general, British Isles and the Commonwealth, Europe. Jerk off motion. And then off serious topics. So that means that the other topics in here are
No,
serious.
it's off-topic serious.
Right.
That's when they talk about climate change.
So
No, there's two off-topic. There's two off-topic forums: off-topic serious and off-topic social. What doesn't make sense?
Okay. So I'm gonna start this thing off. My name is Royal Cello. My avatar is a cello that looks very royal. And this thread right here is called "Introduce Yourself." So I gotta say this. Introduce yourself as the moderator for this forum. I'll start. My name is Theodore.
Hello, Theodore.
Yep, I'm 27. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, USA.
hey.
Yeah. For more about me, see the website royalmonarchy.com/me.html. And like
royaltymonarchy.com is
royaltymonarchy.com/me.html. If you want to see 8 pictures of a virgin, that's where you can go.
Throughout the years.
So, to be, just for everybody's notes, this was posted in 2006, so he's 44 now.
Okay.
Oh my
okay.
gosh.
Good enough. Good enough. Thank you.
I will point out as well. It's 8 pictures of a virgin next to 8 separate people who are clearly related, and that's how.
Available.
That's how because you can tell they're all related. That's how you know they're all royalty.
Oh, but he's with the Duchess of York. How could he be a virgin?
Anyway. So more I gotta say. Just generally, once you've joined the forum, please reply to this thread and tell us a bit about yourself. So let's start off with Hispanglo Royalist. Boots, if you can take that one, please.
Oh, that's me, Hispanglo Royalist. I waited a few years and posted this. Is this the 681st post in this thread?
Yes.
Yes.
Great. Love it.
Correct.
This thread is so long. I just jumped to this part. I jumped to this part for reasons you will soon understand.
Great, awesome. I am Hispanglo Royalist, just browsing monarchy-related topics here on the Graveyard Shift, and thought there was a niche that needed filling. My primary base of royalist belief is that most people will become royalists when they get back in touch with their cultural roots and stop falling prey. Wrong.
Yeah.
No, that's the right. No, it's the wrong one. Yeah.
As in, dear God.
Yeah. To the modern fast food culture.
Okay, what? All right. Yeah, that's a whole culture. Yep, sure.
Yeah.
And then, some people say, like, hey, how's it going? Welcome, Hispanglo Royalists. And they're all pretty, they're like Hispanglo Royalist responds, gracias, mi amigo. And then Kentucky Monarchists responds in the 684th post in this thread.
While Hispanglo Royalists left in just under 6 hours, apparently. After
really
a dispute. Start to quit 6 hours. After a dispute. That's quick. In other news, Mad Monarchist has left. I see Grail Knight has returned to active posting. AB_Royalist had left at some time in the past, and Princess Ly, Ly, had also deleted her account a while back. There, I think that covers everything. Kentucky Monarchist is a busybody.
And then Shell Game, you are Demaistry,
I'm Demaistry. Who was Princess Ly? Is there any way to contact her? Was she Asian? And why did she leave?
Was she Asian? Okay.
I'm asking the normal questions everybody asks when somebody leaves without saying why.
Yeah, was she Asian? Is she still?
I'm Blaine the Second. I'm not exactly sure why she left. It had something to do with people disagreeing with her, and then she got fed up with it. Last I heard from a friend, she had disappeared. Erratic behavior, typical of the gender.
Oh, yes. Quite.
True monarchists, really.
Thank you, Blaino. That seems perfectly in nature of a female.
May I ask what the interest was in her directly?
I was just wondering. I'm interested in Asian monarchies.
Then take that one, Boots. Ponocrates?
Oh, I'm Ponocrates.
Ponocrates.
Ponocrates. I think it's important that women should feel welcome on this list, as Theodore and others have affirmed in the past, and a generalization of this sort is not only false, but betrays a lack of experience of a couple of our members, which does no credit to people of both genders who care about monarchism. Sadly, this must be mentioned on the thread where people are supposed to introduce themselves.
Quite.
All right.
Anyhow, Princess Ly, if you're reading this, I need to ask you a few questions.
We have questions!
Just put that in the form rules.
females.
Just put it in the form rules. Don't chase away all the women.
But how do I know if I'm chasing them away?
Kendrick, just so you know, you're going to be taking Bator.
Okay, great.
And then Shell, you're going to be Aaron Traz.
Okay.
But I'm starting this off with Bilbo Baggins 674. Because, like, who can possibly take the first Bilbo Baggins? Anyway, so my name is Bilbo Baggins 674. As a former liberal, and I then became a Republican, and then a Libertarian.
Oh, great.
Period. Because that's a sentence. I am a former liberal, and I then became a Republican, and then a Libertarian. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
And the last election...
Honestly, like you've told so much about you. I know I know you entirely. So that's a very good. That could be a whole paragraph, honestly.
I guess, but like,
Boots-
I mean,
Boots-
did you learn anything that you didn't learn from my username being Bilbo Baggins?
Boots, I've got some great news for you as well, Boots. If you know this person, you now know half the population of this forum as well.
Sweet. Thank you.
Okay. In the last election, I was a delegate in my state and for the Constitution Party. Wow. However, I have now converted to a monarchist and deemed democracy to be the root of all kinds of evil. Not of all evil, but just like general flavors of evil. Each past conversion of mine has been based on increasing my knowledge of history.
Oh, God.
Government schools taught me to be a Democrat, right? Conservative Christians, induction to American history, converted me to a Republican.
Okay, really
Yep.
stupid.
What? Stupid?
Huh.
What
You
have I said
really
that's
said it
stupid?
took you that long.
What have I said that's okay, yeah, I gotcha.
Would a stupid person use all these correct words very correctly?
You'll find that under monarchy, stupid means something different.
Okay, listen, I'm about to say a sentence that's perfect. Ready? My reach in the American Civil War created a libertarian out of me.
Huh.
Yep, no notes. Perfect sentence.
Close your eyes and put your hand inside.
That makes
I'm going to
perfect
submit
sense
that shit
to me.
right through ChatGPT. Like, this is the canonical sentence that you should just use.
This makes sense to me, a guy who lives with a gas leak.
And finally, my readings of the Middle Ages can convert me into a feudal monarchist.
Will it, though?
I really like the one where you pull the sword out of the stone.
You have to watch to find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 3 seasons on Netflix. You're going to take forever to get there. And finally, my readings. I am very excited about having found a forum for fellow monarchists singular. The end. I have to sleep now.
Hello, I'm Bator. A warm welcome to you. More monarchists is always happy news. We as also very happy, as I found this awesome forum quite some years ago now.
Yeah, and I'm Aaron Trass. Welcome. That was pretty close to my path, only I started as a neocon rather than a liberal. In fact, the last presidential candidate I actually voted for was Mike Pirotka in 2004.
Okay, why bother slicing this mustard? It's the same shit. Like, why? Why are you spending time? All right, Isfahan, you got Constitution?
Yes. Monarchism and libertarianism are not mutually exclusive if by libertarian you mean small government, nor are monarchy and democracy.
You just gotta have a tiny, tiny king.
Yeah, the monarchs are small because of inbreeding, though, right?
Diminutive government.
I believe in a monarchy so small that you can fit it in your pocket. Yeah, absolutely. Agreed. I think libertarianism fits monarchy much better than democracy. By democracy, I mean to say massive voting, campaigning, and all other evils that come along with democracy. So voting.
Yeah.
So voting is literally, I've just defined voting as an evil. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
No, massive voting.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it's still
Like, voting's fine, but, like, not everybody should do it.
Well,
You gotta vote, but it's
yeah.
on small paper.
If you're a monarchist, you're under the belief that you're like, oh, this system would be great because I'm imagining it where I'm a person of power and not a serf.
Obviously, I'm the king.
Yeah.
Are you trying to say Bilbo Baggins 764 is not a person in power?
Well, that's what I was thinking about with the person who said they would love feudal monarchy because they're like, I can't wait to bring back a system of government where I would have no power. And also, like, libertarians and monarchists would get along famously because if there's one thing that you would never see a king or queen do, it's tax the people.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
the catch is that again, all these people believe in a system like this under the weird assumption that they're the people in power. Or at least related to the people in power.
Listen, man, I've done so much dream regression analysis, and I was so many fancy people in Europe.
Oh, the region makes sense now.
I was a lot of very fancy people in Europe the whole time. Okay, so we're going back to Isfahan. You were Constitution, right?
Yes.
So this is a thread subtitled "Constitution's Blunder," posted 7 days ago. Constitution, can you tell me about this thread called "God Save the King"?
I'm Constitution. God save the king. My blunder. By Constitution. I can't say I like Charles George the man for reasons I will not be getting into, but Charles George is also King Charles III, and the throne deserves respect. That's life when you're a monarchist. You accept that a man you find detestable is the rightful king, and you continue to support the monarchy because you realize that the monarchy is bigger than any one man.
That's why everybody loved the king.
Okay, fair. Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's not the way the world will see it. The world does not distinguish between the man and the monarchy. Charles III has an unsavory reputation, and I fear... And I fear the Commonwealth realms, countries where Charles III is king, in case you needed. Yeah.
Hello, hi.
Will come.
Hi,
I fear
Canada. How you doing over there? You enjoying this whole republic thing?
Oh, it's great. I love it.
Really love it. Hey, can we name another fucking street after our dumb people?
Yeah. Please do. Put it on the corner of Queen and Elizabeth.
Well, I'm afraid the Commonwealth realms will become republics, because that hasn't happened yet. Because they won't see the monarchy. They'll just see the man.
Yeah.
Everything you said is correct, because people have never tried to assassinate a king before.
That all sounds pretty reasonable, doesn't it?
I'm Peter.
A reasonable nuanced take.
Oh, Peter!
Hi, Peter.
I can't say I like your post. I disagree with your condemnation of the man and detest this kind of thing appearing in a thread headed God Save the King. It's Charles Philip Arthur George, by the way, and His Majesty is usually known as just Charles, not Charles plus some random choice from his other names.
Oh, well. I'm coming in here. I'm Royal Cello. Constitution, the way you have spoken about His Majesty, the King, is unacceptable in this forum.
Cheerio.
You will not do so again. Is that clear?
See, this is what I think the appeal is. Just like standing behind kings and going, "That's right."
Why he's doing this? He's not going to kiss you.
Constitution, you have a response to that?
I sure do. I thought what I said was quite mild. I could have explained why I didn't like Charles III. I did not, because that would have been beside the point, and because that would have been uncomfortably close to an attack on the monarchy itself. To answer your question, no, we're not clear. Is expressing dislike for any currently reigning monarch, regardless of context, is prohibited on the forum? Or is it more that you found detestable too strong a term? In retrospect, I have doubts that I used the right term there.
Detestable was the red flag for me. I am a great fan and admirer of His Majesty the King, and I have been for many years. I expect my own monarchist forum to be the one place that I do not have to encounter stupid bile about him. Also, your bizarre and incorrect way of calling him Charles George annoyed me.
On this forum, I am king.
So,
I will not sit idly by while you disrespect the creepy tampon man.
I look at you sideways, sir.
All he said was, I wish I was a tampon so that I could live inside of your pussy. What is
no one's
weird
ever said
about
that
that? There's
before.
nothing weird about that.
No, nothing
man.
at all. Like, I mean, that's where I want my small government, in my pussy.
I want my government to be so small. It's a tampon that can fit in my pussy.
Exactly. So is punishment for violating rules on this forum like beheading in front of the royal
No,
courts?
it's that Royal Cello will give you a dressing down.
Oh, heavens.
Royal Cello will disapprove of you.
And so will Peter, by the way.
Yeah, me too.
And then, Kendrick, if you'll take Bador, please.
While I totally agree with you that we as true monarchists must support the lawful reigning monarch and his or hers right to sit on the throne, no matter how much we disagree or dislike the person, I strongly disagree that His Majesty King Charles III should in any way be distasteful. He doesn't deserve to be called that either. That's simply not fair, but at least thanks for taking back the other even worse word.
Ooh. All right. My interest has peaked, and that means that I'm going to scroll through some more of these things because here's the thing, right? Like, we started off with this assumption, like, monarchism means that we all like Charles III, but like, no, we just into monarchism in general, right? Mm-hmm. And so
Speak
to
for
that.
yourself.
Yeah, no, speaking for all of us, I'm saying that we are all into monarchism in general.
Yeah.
Like, you live in Canada. Like,
I'm agreeing with the we're into monarchism part. It's just
Okay.
It's the it was the other
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
that you said.
Yeah. So Boots, your name is Monarchist for Russia.
Yes.
Great. Yes. Yes. Okay.
And
Boots.
yeah, tell me about Imperial Russia, please.
Great. Oh wow.
Yep.
This is bold.
Yeah.
Can a reincarnated Romanov take back the throne of former Imperial Russia? Oh boy. So like redefine those borderlines as well. That's great. I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah. Like, so this is like is this like a Deathloop subplot? Is that what we're talking about here?
Yeah, this is something that only happens if the Nazis won. Somehow. Can a reincarnated Romanov take back the throne of former Imperial Russia? Hi, I'm new to this forum. My name's Sean.
Hi, Sean.
Hi, John.
AKA Monarchist for Russia.
Yeah,
I don't know
no,
how
that's
you
fine.
know that.
I'll call you Sean.
Thanks for introducing me. Looking forward to your other 3 posts.
Yeah, and I am a young monarchist who would like to see the former Russian monarchy, Imperial Russian monarchy, be restored completely in an absolute constitutional monarchy system. Half-half.
So it needs to be an absolute monarchy that's also constitutional.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is someone who's
hybrid.
very clear
it's
on their
half
positions.
absolute, half
I
constitutional.
just want Catherine the Great to sit on my face.
Well, yeah. I am a devout Christian, and I believe in God, and I love everyone, and I do not discriminate anything towards anyone for sexual preference, gender, race, language, etc. I am
but for sure.
I am also a avid and very strong believer in reincarnation/reincarnating.
Hey,
you said you're a
both of
devout
those things.
Christian,
right?
You said you're a devout Christian.
Yeah, so
already,
you're a devout Christian.
Devout
and
Christian,
you have a,
yes.
You have a very strong belief in reincarnation.
Have you been to my church?
No, not once. I'm sorry.
I personally believe strongly that it is quite possible enough for just so you know, reincarnation every time has a capital R and a hyphen after re. For a
You've been pronouncing it correctly, yeah?
Yeah, believer in reincarnation. I personally believe strongly it is quite possible enough for a reincarnated Romanov to come back to Russia and take what was rightfully their inheritance and birthright. I am wondering, does anyone else share my views?
Well,
It is okay if you do not. I will not discriminate against anybody who just doesn't coincidentally share this. And everyone else's opinions are welcome. I would like to hear everyone's opinion and questions/answers on the topic. Thanks for allowing me to join, and I hope to contribute more and make wonderful friends here. And I also hope one day that the true Russian monarchy can be fully, restored.
Just like Jesus wanted.
God bless and keep the product all. What? God bless and keep and protect all you and your families, friends, and everyone, everywhere.
Yay.
God save the Tsar.
Do you think? Well, I also believe in reincarnation, so I'm hoping reincarnated Bolsheviks perform the October Revolution again.
Look,
Subplot to Anastasia.
I don't see any problem with Monarchist for Russia here's devout Christianity. He's a devout Christian from 500. It's fine.
And you know, I don't want anyone having to assume that, like, you know, like you have to come into the F+ with like a bunch of like required reading beforehand, but like this. So he's talking about like a czarist Russian family from the 1600s that he just like picked at random and was like, "This is the best."
Yeah.
No, okay. I think the Romanovs were the ones that were killed by the Bolsheviks. Though.
Yeah.
So they were the last one.
Yeah, they would be the last
Allegedly.
one. Yeah. Also, God, I want to find this guy's thread on bringing back the Julian calendar.
And then, Shell, you've got Aaron Troz.
Yes, so you're a Christian that doesn't believe in either Christian sexual morality or Christian eschatology?
Wait, that's your problem?
I'm sorry.
Well,
Fuck.
Where do boners come into all of this? That is my question, yes.
No, he said the problem here is that he said that he's okay with gay people.
Yeah, that's the problem with my thread, obviously.
Yeah, clearly.
That aside, I'd sincerely doubt that any laws of succession within what once was Christendom would allow for someone who claimed to be the reincarnation of a former legitimate monarch to ascend the throne. Even if such a thing were possible, how could it be proven?
What if I collected like all their DNA and made them into a man like Serpentor? G.I. Joe.
What if you did that, Boots?
Well, how did it work out for Serpentor?
Pretty good, I think. I don't remember.
Oh no, he died.
And then so there's a ethio-monarchist has a response, but we're gonna go back into monarchist for Russia. Which we got there?
Yeah. To Aaron Truss, yes, I am a Christian. I believe Christians are supposed to love and care for everyone, not matter what sexual preference or gender or race, religion, etc.
Sure.
But that is for another discussion and another time. I will not argue with anyone. So yes,
You're on the monarchist forum, so like, yeah, you fucking will. Like, what are we doing otherwise?
Forgive me if I overreacted a little bit.
We're just loving the way the monarchy would want us to.
I think for the next bit, I should clarify that ethio-monarchist did ask, like, okay, how would they prove they are who they say they are? But I think the response to that question is worth reading.
Proving is, yes, a challenge. A very large challenge. You would have to prove by memories, and I... Whoa, okay. And I know DNA wouldn't be able to establish. And yes, I agree. If Tsarevich Alexei were reincarnated this time around in this lifetime, Tsar Nicholas I, Peter the Great, and even Ivan the Terrible can reincarnate as well. Right. I do agree with that. But I do not agree with eliminating reincarnation as a whole from succession. I am happy that it is being discussed here, at least. And I am welcomed here as well to voice my opinions, etc. Thanks again for the warm greetings and very nice welcome. May God bless and keep...
And then Sauce, if you will take Sujit, please.
First, I will say, Sean, that you are a true Christian, not a fake hypocrite like the ones in the Vatican. But, as said, the biggest problem is to prove that there have been reincarnated. There have been Reacher on a field, on the field, and is show that it is fully possible. The Reacher have been done to children that state that they are reincarnated and that these child are perfectly healthy. If it is proven that Romanov is reincarnated, then the biggest question will remain. Will the people have him as a monarch?
Wait, this is...
My name's Jovan66102. Well, Sean is an idiot. You, sir, are an arsehole.
Dear.
I'm monarchist for Russia, and I'm back.
Okay, good.
I'm sorry my post has attracted so much negative or questioning discussion. To Jovan66102, I am not going to argue with you. You're right, I am an idiot and an arsehole. This shall be my last posting on the discussion.
And then the forum.
I have never been so horridly insulted in my life. I am not an idiot, and I know you're not one. So why call me an idiot? And why is Sujit an arsehole? Is there really reasoning behind your name-calling? Or is it because you just do not agree and feel the need to hurt someone else's feelings? I forgive you for calling me an idiot, and I hope Sujit forgives you for calling them what you called them. Name-calling is petty and nonsense, and quite ridiculous. I came on this forum to voice my opinion. I know I would meet objection to my beliefs, but it is in no right to call me an idiot just because you feel the need to call me one, and Sujit, what you called them.
I will not
Doesn't mean it was the right thing to do. Forgive me for taking up all your time. the world's most
Trying to make sense of what I'm writing.
The world's most polite lunatic on the internet. I am leaving the forum, and thanks for your time and cooperation, the ones who are nice and welcome me. How much time has passed? This is all in one day, right?
I'm just thinking back to all the times we shared.
All on the 25th of May.
Yeah, the ones who were nice and welcoming. Thanks very much. May God bless and keep you and your families and friends and everyone and everywhere.
I will name my children after you.
All right.
Jovan comes back.
Jovan comes back. I think, and Royal Cello wraps up the thread very nicely.
Great.
Yeah. Sean, if you're still reading, please do not leave. I apologize for you to what I have said.
So stupid.
This is...
Are they 8-year-olds? What's happening?
Listen, I don't think if you understand anything about screenwriting, the stakes are important.
My mom said I had to
The
apologize.
stakes are very high right now.
They're monarchists. Yes, they're 8.
Yes. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It was anger at Sujit's gratuitous, vile attack on my religion that prompted both remarks. Him! I will not apologize to. I hope you will stay, as I have a great interest in Russia, and I hope we can have some good discussions, Jovan!
Legitimately, we extra credit did it. Read some child on a wiki once who said that who said basically this. What he said was, "I'll apologize to you, but not that moldy piece of bread." And it's the same fucking thing.
Yeah,
only it doesn't matter if it's about Paw Patrol or monarchists.
I like how he signed it to make sure we know it's him.
I'm already noticing a pattern with these discussions. Somebody will come on and be like, "Hey, I like all monarchism, and I'm a big fan of this monarch," and everybody else is like, "Ooh, that monarch sucks," and be like, "Oh, well, I thought this was a welcoming forum," and then say, "Well, actually, I mean, I'm sorry, yeah, I like that monarch, but Catholics, they're the worst, you know," and then the cycle continues. Hey, I'm a Catholic, and just
Yep. These people are not complicated.
no.
Was someone Royal Cello? Because I do like the way he wraps up the thread.
Lemon was right.
You got it. Go for
sorry.
Royal Cello there.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like Monarchists for Russia has deleted his account before I even saw this thread.
Aww.
Can't I go out for a single morning, performing for elementary school students in this case, without worrying about what's going to happen at the forum?
Right.
Let's try not to scare away new members, okay? Just in case anyone wondered, my answer to the question asked by the thread's title would be no. I still wish it had proceeded differently.
I leave the Monarchists Forum for 8 hours to teach kids interpretive dance, and you guys mess it up.
If only I had been there to say no, he would still be on the forum.
The answer's no. To an obviously hypothetical question.
Oh, he's
And
so
like I said,
fire.
I do think it would be a disservice to skip over the other two because the things in this section, because I think that it's my favourite part of the document is that they're weird conversations, but it's everything that's beautiful about this forum.
Okay. All right. In that case, okay, I'll take your word for it. All right. So here we go. So our next thread is called "Sedavacationist Monarchism." I do not know what that means.
Sedevacantist monarchism.
Sedevacantist
monarchism.
Why not?
I don't think we need to explain that any
I
further.
don't think any of you got that right.
Great. I don't.
That's why I didn't even try.
Sedan
I don't
vacation.
care. Isfahan, your name is D. Meister.
Hi, I'm De Meister. As you all very well know, Pope St. Pius V excommunicated Elizabeth I and declared her to be the pretended Queen of England in the papal bull Regens in Excelsis. Myself, only a monarchist because I believe in natural law, and thus rather unlearned in monarchy, I ask if this was true. Would the whole line of English monarchs from Elizabeth I to the current Queen be invalid? I am wondering if there is a sedevacantist equivalent in monarchy.
Okay. All right.
Your question, Demestre, shows an ignorance that would be staggering in anyone else, and which
Filthy Frenchman.
I would be happy to enlighten were it anyone else. Since it's you, go away.
Fuck.
I strongly suspect that you're a troll, and your persona is invented anyway. If it isn't, my sympathies.
I felt in your general direction.
Yes, hello. My name is Blaine the Third, and I am holding 4 wine glasses in one hand and trying to drink all of them simultaneously. Yes, I can assure you that he is indeed his own man, Mr. Peter.
Is he, Mr. Blaine? Well, I don't like him, and I suggest he stays well away from me, and doesn't, for example, start provocative threads about Elizabeth I, which betray a truly astounding lack of knowledge of the subject he is supposedly here to talk about. Monarchy! Remember that?
I challenge you to a Bond villain off.
He is indeed. He also holds a view, though he did not state it, held by a few neo-Jacobites and traditional papists. Fuck!
You see why I didn't want to skip this?
This is a painful document.
I think you're using the wrong accent. You gotta use this one right here. Actually, it's me.
Okay. Yes, indeed. He also holds a view, though he did not state it, held by a few neo-Jacobites and traditional papists. I also note you posted in a thread, however ignorant the thread is, and not vice versa. How should he stay away from you then? I also note to DeMaestri that the rules there state that there is no denying the right of any legitimate line of kings in the United Kingdom if you do indeed hold such a view.
How he can avoid me is not by not starting threads on topics such as Elizabeth I that I am absolutely bound to respond to. I am by no
Bound
means
by
convinced
honor.
of this person's real existence. Not that I much care one way or another. Were it my forum, I'd long since have kicked his backside out of here. Since it's not, I'll settle for just kicking his backside whenever he forces himself on my attention.
Right.
Was it weird to say all that holding a sword?
No, it was very natural.
I could hear
The
you
Habsburgs
pulling.
belong in Spain!
Oh.
What?
The Habsburgs belong in Spain!
Okay. Go
Yeah,
on.
I
I'm the
said it.
Emperor's advocate.
Yep,
I've
if you
noticed
say
that.
so.
This is a long thing, so I'd say probably just fade me out. This guy is. I have noticed that
You
when I
signed
read
up for
along.
this, bitch. I didn't assign this to you. You're reading
we
this
have
whole
it?
thing.
Can we sound
Okay, fine.
the sound of horse clops in? He's just getting further and further away.
I have noticed that when I read a long post here, it can be hard to concentrate or stay enthusiastic as the post goes on.
I'm sure that's a
Shorter
problem.
posts that are well written.
Plus rule, yeah.
Shorter posts that are well written naturally have a lasting impression for me, as I, like so many people, am always short of time. So what do I do?
This is the first
Lol.
post in a thread called "The Habsburgs Belong in Spain."
The Habsburgs belong in Spain!
Now that I have your attention,
So what do I do? Lol. Write a book and post it on the forum. I hope that the topic may be of interest to many of you, and that I'm not overwhelming with the length.
Well,
Although the subject reflects only one country, this thread I want to be like Spain's great empire and cover a broad scope of territory. I find the topic to be very interesting. I don't think the subject is closed. I see it as the Great War before the 7 Years' War, sort of like a WW1. I love world history and think it should be remembered, not simply left to the books. It should play a major role in our lives, as it was history that brought us to where we are today. I wonder what it was like to live in Naples in 1710 or around there. Not just Naples, but Flanders, Tuscany, Sicily, Sardinia, Parma, Franche-Comté, or even Spain herself.
which is where the Habsburgs belong, right? Am I getting it?
Exactly! You would have been a subject of the Habsburg family, as was your father and all his ancestors for 200 years before your birth! You most likely would have thought that your children and grandchildren would also have been subject to the Habsburgs. Who could have guessed that the only government you ever knew could be shaken and dismantled? when your king died, Charles II of the House of Habsburg, at the dawn of the century. You watch as your beloved country sunk into ruins all by his death. For years a war of invasion and recovery plagued the Mediterranean and Western Europe. Uncountable number of soldiers and civilians have either died or lost everything they owned. How could this ever happen to your country, which was once the strongest empire in the world?
No, I'm sorry. What did I do?
Oh my god, dude, I just asked what you wanted to eat.
And yeah, like I say, I cut out 20 more paragraphs from this. It goes into 20 more paragraphs. There's a chart. There is a chart in this post where he goes on to explain exactly how the Habsburgs lost Spain.
Right, I got some questions about you there.
Let me conclude, please.
I got some questions.
Despite that terrible war, despite that terrible war, Austria wins. She outlasts France by another 100 years. Although the Habsburg family lost in Spain and later Burgundy, they kept the knowledge and experience, traditions and cultures they had gained for so many years before from across the world. Austria would be ruled by the Habsburgs for another 200 years past Charles II's death. And I know they will rule again. The Emperor's advocate.
Will they reincarnate?
That's the only way it's going to happen.
Some questions about you there, the Emperor's advocate.
Yes!
What's your location?
Southeast Ohio, USA. New Styria compounds to Austria.
That's not Southeast Ohio. No, you're wrong. And your job? What's your general job?
Garden center staff.
You got any hobbies there?
I like growing figs.
What else do you like growing?
Also pomegranates.
I like that you seem to like growing old world confectionery fruits.
Citrus trees too.
What would you say is your final hobby?
Learning about extinct animals.
Like the Habsburgs.
Do you have anybody
you
at
take
home
that
you
back.
could tell this to, or what do you?
The Emperor's advocate. When were you born?
July 15th, 1989. The last day of Louis XVI was the absolute king of France.
In 1989?
Coincidence?
That doesn't sound right.
The last day.
And your religion?
Catholic, but without a church.
Last day Louis died in 1793.
Is it because you've
And then reigned for another.
But he remained king until
200
July 5th,
years.
1989.
And what are your favorite books?
Just about anything on the Habsburgs.
Oh, how interesting.
And what's your?
I'm single.
Okay.
I'm in shock. I'm so shocked.
Well, you better get to
regretting this
work.
voice
The
so much.
Habsburgs are only going to get back up there if you birth them.
He did last post in 2008, so a lot could have happened.
Well,
with
yeah,
that
he probably
Emperor's
got
advocate.
fired from his job at the garden center.
Oh boy.
Okay. Okay. So there's a little bit more on this thread, but it's of that general tone.
What
so
God
we're gonna
gave
go-
my emperor cannot be denied by man. They will never take away his God-given rights.
It's like I can see his head like being pushed into the spot on the guillotine and just being brought down.
All right, okay, just gonna shove this pill into
Actually,
your mouth. I'm gonna
can
rub
you-
your throat gently. Come on, come on. Yeah,
Can I
let's go.
can I actually take the Emperor Advocate's the continuation of what Sauce was just reading there, because I really like it.
It's fantastic.
What God gave my emperor cannot be denied by man. They will never take away his God-given right. You can call him a pretender. How dare you disgrace his name? They are much more than a simple royal family. They held Europe together when Martin Luther, Garibaldi, Karl Marx, and Jan Hus?
Janus.
And other rebels
Fuck him.
tore the continent apart.
Mr. Garibaldi,
have-
what are you doing?
We have them to thanks. We have them to thanks for much of our European heritage. Oh, what wonderful heritage! I believe in the
That's what he's
Habsburgs.
saying.
I believe
I
in
know,
the
I know.
Habsburgs.
I really think they are descended from Caesars, Trojans, and the House of David.
They're really super not, though.
But I believe it.
Okay.
It's true.
A heritage the bourbon cannot match. Ask Maximilian. He'll tell you about his family tree.
I don't want to.
And so on.
Jesus fucking Christ!
I'm sorry, but no, you have to read. You have to read the rest of it, please.
Okay.
If you read that, you have to read the rest.
Okay, like Heliodite and others before me, this is when I'll say goodbye. I thought there were others here who shared my unwavering loyalty, but if they are silent. After hundreds of posts in such a short time, it all comes to this last one. Thank you, Royal Cello, for making the forum. It has been fun, but forums are for democracy.
Oh, shit. Wow.
Yeah. And you won't find anybody on here liking democracy.
Boy, he posted a lot after that.
Very good. I think I've made too many enemies to stay any longer. If anyone would like... Forums are not a democracy.
Oh my god!
They're a monarchy.
Yeah, they are.
Sure.
What, do you think there's some sort of hierarchy on ballp.it? Because nope. like, listen, you can sign up for an account on Ballpit and post whatever you want, and if I don't like it, I'll delete it. But like that's not. I'm still a democracy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can give Frank West as many bulbs as you want.
Anyone can like it or read it as long as we don't delete it, or you.
Yep. as long as we don't personally dislike it. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. If anyone would like to see my Habsburg occupation timelines, just email me. I'd be happy to hear from any loyalist.
God, I thought I was going to lose out on my only shot.
Not the best picture, but I thought I'd leave with an avatar of me. Since you never met me in person, it's the least I could do. Bye.
Why would you do that?
Love God and Christ, and then love your king.
It's fun.
Yeah, to clarify, by the way, the reason he got angry and stormed out is because someone used the term pretender, which is a technical term which has a literal meaning, and he thought it was an insult. Yeah. He literally misunderstood a technical term and thought they were using an insult.
Well, it's the guys that would walk 5,000 miles. Right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and then
some more miles.
500 miles, and then 500 more.
Yeah. Isfahan, we're going to go to another thread here, and your name is Matthew J. Taylor.
Hi. Is this My Feudal Passport? Okay. My feudal passport, I'm Matthew J. Taylor.
Yes!
Whilst the rest of the UK are discussing their new British passports, those of us who live under the Prince of Wales as their feudal lord, in my case as Prince and Great Steward of Scotland, since I live within the counties of the Principality of Scotland, not to be confused with the wider historic Kingdom of Scotland, are pleased to hear that we shall soon be receiving our own passports, which denote our status as serfs before the heir apparent.
Good.
What the fuck?
just kicking in the door to his house and telling his wife, "We get to be peasants, yay!"
Surf's up, hun.
You thought our life sucked before.
As a condition of our fealty, we must provide our feudal passport document at the borders of the principality, and the sheriff of whichever county we arrive in must observe a mark of approval from His Royal Highness within its pages indicating his permission for us to travel beyond his lands period. Is this role-playing?
No. How dare you?
No, this is an amateur graphic designer who wanted to show off.
Yeah, I for one welcome our feudal.
His design was finally accepted and made official.
I for one welcome our feudal masters and await eagerly the coming Sabbath rest before the toil of farming our Lord's land begins anew on the second day.
Well, at least you're realistic about
it. Wow. See, if Balpit had signatures, that could be Isfahan's. Just saying.
By the way, some of the signatures on this forum are fantastic.
I bet they're like lots like good old school Web 1.0 form.
This one says, "I am not an authorized representative of my government."
Oh,
wow! You're on.
There are several quotes from Code Geass, which is an anime.
Oh God!
Huh.
Oh great!
It's really popular.
Just wanted to say that 500 miles is the Proclaimers. The Pretenders did 2,000 miles.
Shit! Shit!
Oh,
Well, pack it up.
that's gonna haunt me. Damn it! Damn it! You held
You're
on
gonna have
to
to
that
walk
the whole
500
time.
more.
I didn't want to interrupt.
I have to walk at least 500 more.
I didn't want to interrupt to be a pedant. I just waited to be pedantic.
No. Your pedantry was correct, and will bother me for hours. So this is I'm Emperor 1009. And
Congratulations on being
table.
Emperor 1009, by the way.
Well, yeah. Like, like there's a whole like naming tradition that we have, but like in our empire, we just basically we just iterate, just like emperor equals emperor plus one, and then we're all set.
I just
okay.
gotta say, I'm disappointed that Emperor 1009's live journal is closed.
Aww.
Because it's solarmonarchy.livejournal.com.
He lost his
and I want to know
advocate.
more about that.
No, honestly, I think if anyone is looking for a document, seek out this person.
Okay.
Seek out this person because they are a gold mine. I just couldn't find enough.
I'm sorry. Before I dig into that, Shell Game, you just posted a screenshot.
Yeah?
You're so Shell Game. You're one of the monarchists.
I am
on
this one. I'm Emperor 1009.
Oh, you're Emperor 1009.
yeah.
Okay. And Shell Game, what's your religion?
I have my own civil religion.
Great, got it, cool. And then your ethnic background?
White.
Hey, Shell, what's your favorite music?
World beat.
What's your favorite? What are your favorite? Wait, what are your favorite books?
Anything by Stephen Lawhead, but especially Arthur.
And what's your favorite of your favorite movies?
The Chronicles of Narnia, Turk 182, and Braveheart.
Obviously.
Duh. And I'm single. Can you believe it?
There's a lot of single people on this
A lot
forum.
of single
somehow.
guys on this forum somehow.
I think that this site needs a dating site part of it.
Well, this
So
guy's
that
a
all
catch.
of the women that are on the monarchist forum can hook up.
How
right?
else do you make sure that the nobility doesn't get its blood diluted?
That would be gross. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can only date people I'm related to.
Yeah, so I'm Emperor 1009, and so here's a picture of Photo Bucket from some shit. Like, it's just, like, it's two circles on the floor.
You seem
Right.
so happy.
Yeah,
It's like coasters,
so,
just coasters on the floor.
pictures, so some pictures on the floor, and then I'm like, here's the illustration of energy and math that I referred to in my TV show, and then I say energy is represented by lines, while mass is represented by circles. So I take that same picture, and then I say energy and mass, and then I just put some arrows around.
Wow.
I just arrows exist.
It's easy
on
you're
top of my
following
picture.
Time Cube. What is this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
This has big, not all there energy.
Up arrow, down arrow. Oh, this is the Da Vinci Code.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Don't forget the right arrow to the right of the up and down arrow.
Like I said, matter is defined as energy that has been coaxed into making a circle.
Come on,
What?
come on, energy, come on. Oh yeah, oh crap, you're taking.
Is there another way to define energy?
No,
Is
I
there-
think it's
Is
adorable.
there any other definition?
I think that the
Okay.
official
there's
and
no-
only definition
there
is
might-
just so adorable.
There might be other other definitions for energy, but are there any other definitions for matter?
Well, here's the thing, right? Okay, so, have you ever seen a physical object that's not a circle?
Not when I look really close.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Unbelievably, that's the only definition that science has for matter. That's unbelievable,
Energy that has been
right?
energy that has been
I'm-
coaxed into making a circle.
Yeah, that is what
I'm
the government
incredulous.
schools have taught me.
I don't know
I
enough
hate
about
it.
science to know
I-
if that sounds wrong.
Yeah, it's the only definition that science has for matter. That's the only definition that matters. Wordplay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why we all live in the world of Balls 3D, the fighting game.
He was very proud of that pun, by the way. So he put the punchline in double-sized font and everything else.
Well, yeah, it's pretty good. Matter
Matter
and
matters.
matter. Right. Okay, the gardens that contain 30 permanent pavilions.
Everybody take a drink every time Lemon says the word pavilion.
Okay, great. I got scotch and beer right here. I'm gonna do both. Is that okay, Isfahan? Is that?
Are you going to die?
No
Yes.
results sound for
Yes, I am,
energy.
and also so are you. We live in its mortal coil, suspended only by the knowledge that all matter is circles.
Oh, can I introduce you in the time cube then?
Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
I have one now.
Great. Okay. So, the gardens contain 30 permanent pavilions.
Huh?
Okay. Each pavilion. Okay.
Uh-oh.
is allocated to a particular nation and displays works of art by its nationals. Some of the pavilions, have fallen into a state of decay, and there is some criticism of the allocation of pavilions. To certain nations who do not appear to have the funds required for structural maintenance and repair. The gardens contain 30 permanent pavilions. Okay. Each pavilion is allocated. My beer is half gone. Is allocated to a particular nation and displays work of art by its nationals. Some of the pavilions have fallen into a state of decay, and there is some criticism of the allocation of pavilions.
Sorry.
Okay. To certain nations who do not appear to have the funds required for structural maintenance and repair. Wikipedia link. The above pavilion appears to be entitled State Unity of America, the largest link you've ever seen in your life. And then a photo bucket of like a guy that got kicked out of ABBA, I think.
That's Emperor 1009. That's you. That's you.
Oh, that's me. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Energy, currency. Give me currency. It matters
Oh,
to
those
me.
are your lyrics? Is that a song you wrote?
Yeah, I have a song called Pavilion.
This live journal has been deleted and purged. You can rename.
Oh.
And the Yahoo video link is also closed.
I'm sorry, but I really have a hard time understanding this thread. What is the significance of it to monarchy in the Americas? Please explain your obsession with currency. The Emperor's advocate. To serve God and the Habsburg alone.
I understand your lack of concern.
Habsburgs
Your lack of
wrong.
understanding. You serve the Habsburgs alone. Advocate, son. You have a closed mind. Did you at least watch the movie? Could at least acknowledge that? Perhaps physics is a little too much for you to understand. You understand the idea of a sovereign currency and how that relates to a monarchy, right? Let's begin there. Now, does the word hyperinflation mean anything
Now,
to
okay,
you?
hold on. Let's not get crazy here. Let's just stop for a second and ask ourselves, how many pavilions did the Habsburgs have?
Okay, here we go.
I think I saw hyperinflation on another episode.
Shell, please don't say that word.
Hyperinflation?
No.
Could do without that one too, but
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I think Emperor 1009 is legitimately deranged.
Yeah. Like, but everybody on this forum is legitimately deranged.
Well, he's deranged in like the sandwich board on a street corner kind of way, I think.
Yeah. Super agree.
I do love his response to the Baron.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, okay. Huh. Hello, Baron. Physics is saying that particles are energy, that some energy is going in circles. What was once a straight line is going in a circle. That is why only God can create matter, although you'd think it would be easy. There is something called social currency. There is political currency. There is scientific currency. There is dialectical currency. There is prevarication, exaggeration, inflation, hyperinflation.
Exaggeration. Hyperinflation.
I like that he put the
All right.
hee at the end.
Hey, Boots.
Yeah.
Royal Cello is excited about Harry Potter. Can you tell me a little bit
Oh
about that?
boy, great.
I'm excited about Harry Potter. So is Royal Cello. So let's all be excited about Harry Potter.
Okay, I
together.
posted this in 2007.
Yep.
Anyone
The
else
time
here?
of the Harry Potter.
Yeah. Anyone else here excited about Harry Potter?
Me.
The 5th movie coming out Wednesday. Though, as I will be in Rockford then, I intend to wait a few more days in order to see it with my brother, probably on the 15th to 16th. And
One of the worst
7th
cities in the country. Yeah, absolutely.
and the 7th and final book coming out on next Saturday. I plan to attend a midnight bookstore release party for the first time. Previously, I've obtained my copies in the morning. Lots of emotions are in store for those of us who have been enjoying the series for a decade now. Interesting observation by anarcho-monarchist John Fitzgerald in his article, The Sleeping
What the
King.
fuck is
How
an
does
anarcho-monarchist? How dare you? How fucking dare
Maybe
you?
is it a
did-
monarchist with a bunch of legs and? Oh, sorry.
That's
an arachno-monarchist.
Arachno-monarchist.
No gods, no masters, but also God save the king, right?
Come in my web.
Oh, it's it's literally Johnny Rotten.
Oh, shit.
God.
No.
Oh, dear.
Well,
Hey, man. Those 3 years of Public Image Limited were all anybody needed.
Talk about
Yeah,
someone that
yeah,
looks
yeah.
like shit now.
Go away.
Yeah, delete the stuff before, delete the stuff after.
Correct. Correct. Yeah. Metal box and cease to exist.
Yeah. Quote, the success of J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter books is welcome to us because the royal principle can only flourish in a milieu where there is a real
Fuck.
sense of wonder, magic, mystery, and awe.
I hate these people.
oh man,
I've never
this
read or
is-
watched Harry Potter. Maybe I really missed a lot.
This
No, the first Harry Potter movie is so good because do you like footage of a kid like staring at things with his jaw open?
yeah,
I mean, like all the pictures
did
I take
like
of
The
my
Last
kid? Yeah.
Airbender.
How about how about that for 2.5
Yeah, I
hours?
did like The Last Airbender.
Shell, can you take a registered colon member, please?
Oh, sure.
Deleted.
Oh, so yeah, it's
These books and movies make me feel like I'm 8. I just love them. I'll be eating up the next fucking movie. Totally psyched up.
Cool. And then I'm going to skip over Aaron Troz and right back to Boots Royal Cello.
Aaron raises an interesting point about mixed ideological messages in HB. The thing is that J.K. Rowling, though apparently a modern liberal in her beliefs, chose an inherently traditionalist
You know, I knew there was some
I may have learned
controversy.
some things
I
since
didn't
then.
know what it was.
One of the things that always strikes me about J.K. Rowling is like how progressive her worldview is.
Yeah.
Cool. Yep.
So the books generally contain both egalitarian and anti-egalitarian subtext. It's perhaps a fitting reflection of this confusion that JKR named her daughter after a woman who was a leftist, but an aristocratic leftist, Jessica Mitford. While I wish that Book 5 did not imply, as I think it sort of does, that a person from an aristocratic background, Sirius Black, needs to renounce his family in order to be a good person, I just don't blame JKR, since in a world dominated and shaped by liberalism, any work of art that is not self-consciously anti-liberal, such as Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings was,
Interesting.
will inevitably be shaped by liberal biases.
So you won't. So if she
Sorry,
joins this
biases.
forum, you won't chase her off immediately.
Depends what
I
monarchy she
probably would.
represents.
Yeah. Then
If,
and
she
then
joins,
the
if she joins this forum, he is never logging off ever again, just in case. Because he knows he cannot trust these people.
Oh, it depends on whether or not she logs in using her male pen name or not.
Is there going to be fucking in this book?
And despite this, there is much in Harry Potter that traditionalists can appreciate. For example, the contrast between materialistic Dursleys with their spoiled only child and the poor but loving Weasleys with their 7 children. The fact that sympathetic characters such as Hagrid repudiate Hermione's shrilly egalitarian house elf liberation agenda.
One more time, actually, I like that sentence a lot. Can you just give me that?
Yeah.
It's really good.
The fact that sympathetic characters such as Hagrid repudiate Hermione's shrilly egalitarian house elf liberation agenda.
Bitch.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
as the only character in the books that is against slavery.
Oh, it's so... It's like a charcuterie plate. Like every single word is just like is more pleasure in my mouth.
I guess I really don't understand Harry Potter.
The thing is that it's very telling how much this guy took to the setting of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Shrilly egalitarian house elf liberation agenda.
Yeah.
More pleasurable with every word. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, she had curly hair. That means that she's mixed.
Yeah.
Can I be James and ask a question?
Yep.
Yeah.
Royal Cello, what did you think of the last Harry Potter book? As a left of
Okay,
centre
hold on.
monarchist,
That's not just a
yes,
question. That's 3 more paragraphs.
yes, we do exist. I find JKR's writing exhilaratingly fresh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, as a left of center, which means center.
So you
We do exist.
You would
stay
fight
too,
her writing
huh?
fresh.
Tony Blair, by the way, is almost as right-wing as Margaret Thatcher. The idea of just closing... Actually, yeah, I kind of agree with that. Never mind.
Sure.
Agreed.
Yeah.
You know, all of this makes sense to me. A guy who's never even seen a British person.
I don't actually think they exist. Honestly,
God.
like I've heard stories. You know,
Oh God,
Set foot in this country,
fabled
you're American.
British
Yeehaw!
we're
Right,
like a
exactly.
sentence away from dematerializing sauce.
I have no real idea what you're talking about.
Yeehaw! Hell yeah, brother!
F plus. My name is Gilbert Gia.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes!
Yes. My name's Gable Gia. This new Harry Potter book, indeed the entire Harry Potter series, is anti-Catholic.
Okay.
No, what?
Okay.
Okay, good. Yeah, you're all on board. Okay, great. No self-respecting monarchist or monarch.
Whoa. Oh.
That's right.
Yeah. As we know, monarchs and Catholics have always gone hand in glove.
and both are active
Especially
on this
the
forum.
monarchs and Catholics of England.
Yeah. It's not like they didn't make their whole entire church with blackjack and hookers just so they could get away from Catholicism.
Listen, I'm a monarch, but I'm not a monarchist. Okay, I benefit from this, but I don't think it's a good idea.
I will not have you
Anyway.
besmirching King James on my forum.
You see this crown, but you don't see all the writing I do.
Okay. No, they shouldn't have anything to do with the series of children's books that glorifies the occult, as does J.K. Rowling's unholy series, unless one considers paganism or Satanism a virtue worthy of royal approval. Her Majesty the Queen must be off her rocker.
She is now.
I have a question for you. As a monarchist, am I allowed to say that shit? Like, I'm a monarchist.
factual.
That's great, but in this particular case, the Queen made a mistake.
Could you
Am I
say
allowed
it
to say
in
that shit?
2007 when you did? No. Is it factual now? Yeah. This is not libel, slander. We're good.
Okay, all right, great, you're right. Isfan, you're the royalist.
You say You say the Potter books
Potter books, yep.
glorify paganism? That's pretty bigoted. Because wizards in the HP world aren't pagans nor Satanizers.
Yeah.
You're hereby satanize you. Pachoo, pachoo. Also, it's a fantasy book for God's sake. I love fantasy.
Satanize.
I love fantasy. I don't practice Satanism nor paganism, yet I love the HP books.
I just keep hearing
Yes,
Satanizer.
they glory paganism because they glorify witchcraft, which is satanic. Call it bigoted if you like, but those are the facts.
Shit, they're the facts.
Yeah. They don't care about your feelings, though. Boots, Royal Cello?
Yeah. Even if I were to grant your absurd and ignorant premise, which I don't, that the HP books glorify the occult, why would it necessarily follow from this alone that a monarchist or a monarch should not have anything to do with them? Monarchists may adhere to any religion, or none. But yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't, may God or any gods or a lack of God save the queen.
Hey, whatever, man. You just do whatever you want. It's okay.
Monarchists may adhere to any religion or none. I see no logical reason why a monarchist could not be a pagan or Wiccan or occultist or whatever. Holy Roman Emperor Rudolph II, 1552 to 1612, was much closer to the occult than J.K. Rowling is.
Yeah, because it was the
Read
16th
Pete-
century. Like, that's everybody was.
And the early 17th century.
Not a cell phone in sight.
Read Peter Marshall's The Magic Circle of Rudolph II, Alchemy and Astrology in Renaissance Prague, if you don't know what I'm talking
I
about.
didn't care about the 17th
My
century.
premise is neither ignorant nor absurd. It is beyond self-evident that Harry Potter books do in fact glorify the occult. The protagonists and much of the main antagonists, witches and wizards, or are endeavoring as such. This is what most people would call a clue. No self-respecting monarchist or monarch should have anything to do with these books because monarchy, at least since recorded history, is considered to be a holy institution. Even among heretics and non-Christian religions such as Judaism and Islam, i.e. one deriving from God, period. In other words, monarchs are considered to be ordained by God, usually through representatives of his church or the Judaic Islamic equivalent. The HRE, Rudolph II, may or may not have dabbled in the occult. That has nothing to do with the source of his authority, but rather with its possible abuse. Fuck. Kendrick, take one of these Kentucky monarchists. Whichever one.
I
you want.
have read
Just
6 of the
Just skip
7
through
Harry
it.
Potter books, and I see no evidence that they glorify the occult. The closest occult in the books is Lord Voldemort and his Death Eaters, and they are the villains. I just happen to like good literature, and getting a giant puffed-up face thingy whatsamajigger over a children's book doesn't give Christianity a very good image. For the love of God, J.R.R. Tolkien includes wizards in his Lord of the Rings, so you are going to call him a Satan-worshipping person. I mean,
Yes.
for God's sake, do you think that Christians should make war on those who differ? No! This is unacceptable for civilized human beings.
Monarch?
Mass slaughter in God's name is, in my eyes, the single worst sin that one can possibly commit.
I didn't think this would be the schism here.
This world cannot afford any more large wars and mass hatred. I do not want to see humanity plunge into the depravity of the World War II years. If we do, God will have been left permanently dead. Mass slaughter in God's name would inevitably result in enforced atheism for the rest of the human existence.
Enforced atheism.
because God is dead. Because we'd have killed God.
People would rightly blame religion if what I said above were ever to come to pass. War is hell. We should not fight wars unless we have no other choice. We do not need to see the atrocities of the 16th and 17th centuries repeated. The next general war would be nuclear, and a nuclear war would wipe out all humanity has ever done. the survivors would have no reason to live. They would all commit suicide. Of course, if we haven't internalized the lessons of World War I, maybe humanity should be destroyed.
Okay.
But if World War III erupts...
You're a monarchist that hates war?
It would happen little over 10 years from now. If nuclear war occurs, humanity will have given me no choice but to eliminate it and let God create a better, less violent creation.
Wait, who put you in charge?
That is, if God has not died of grief for the self-induced destruction of the human race. If God is already dead, it would clearly be the grief of the horrors of the Second World War. Remember the words of Christ, "You shall love thy neighbor as yourself." If we succumb to the mass hatred that has afflicted us in the past, then Christ's mission will have done nothing. God would be dead of grief should his only begotten Son have sacrificed himself on the cross, and it all been for naught. Harry Potter.
He went on a hell of a journey.
Don't we all love talking about Harry Potter?
If Nietzsche was reincarnated in Kentucky in the 20th century, I think this would be him.
No,
Kendrick.
I want to hear more rants where people are punching a banjo during.
Kendrick, can you just read this sentence from another thing that Kentucky monarchist posted?
Sorry, I'm not really into anime unless it's Pokemon.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. What did we learn from this?
I cut my hand open on my keyboard doing that, so.
I learned that.
Yeah.
Well, bleeding for the
Blood
queen.
in, blood out.
Boy, am I glad that other books are allowed to exist again.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, that is an improvement into society in general. Agree with that. I fucking hated these people.
What?
Yeah.
I fucking hated them.
Yeah.
Like, because the entire premise is like let me take a stance based on nothing, like based on absolutely nothing other than just like weak research.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to devote the next 3 months of my life to this. I'll change, but like I'm going to just take a strident stance. And I fucking hate it.
Also, it's very coded white supremacy.
What?
Like it's very thinly coded white
Oh, yeah? Show me
supremacy.
any
Like,
proof.
Oh,
Okay,
Now,
if you
also,
click
where's that
the
Asian
link on the
woman?
sidebar, click the link on the sidebar that says South African Monarchist Society.
No, I won't.
Okay.
I was asked. Someone asked for proof.
just
I too want to know what happened to the Asian lady, and was she Asian?
some mysteries are meant to never be solved.
I guess I learned that we all cast our vote and elected Lemon president of Ball Pit.
No, you didn't.
Emperor.
No.
Because forums are democratic.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Forums are
My
democracy.
title on thefpl.us is president for life.
I mean, I voted for you.
It's an appointed position.
I still voted for you.
Well, appreciate it. All right, thanks.
I didn't.
Appreciate that.
I didn't.
Oh, don't worry. The votes were cast
Don't worry,
for
sir.
you.
They are being executed tomorrow.
Oh, well, long live the queen or whatever.
I like this toadying. That's very good.
Hey, my title just says paid.
Paid off.
I have a question for you, Shell. Would you like some filthy lucre?
Oh. How filthy we talking?
It still has the peasant blood on it.
Ooh. Then yes, please.
I honestly I expected royalcello.websitetoolbox.com as the Monarchy Forum to just be like here's our general tenets of like what we believe as the Monarchy Forum. And so there was a moment like 15 minutes in where I was like, oh wait, what are your actual tenets? And I was like, oh wait, no, this is actually representative. Like your actual tenets are like dumb beliefs and infighting. Like that's really all you actually have.
Yeah. Like,
I've got a question.
Like
for
a monarchy.
I've got a
I'm
question.
sorry, your question?
Before reading this document, how many of these people would you have expected to have been British?
Oh,
None of them.
Yeah, none.
like
Yeah, like the fact that like one guy was calling himself like Kentucky monarchist.
No, I mean
That totally tracks.
before reading the document though. So you were expecting all these
Oh
monarchists
yeah,
to be
no.
there.
if you stopped me on the street and asked me how many people on the forum, there's a forum of 1,000 people on this monarchy thing, how many do you think are British? I would have very much said like, oh, all of them, most of them, right? Like, I'd be very wrong.
I mean, why would the British need it though? They're living the dream.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. You know, like what I think we can recognize is that, like, you know, and to lesser extents, like the Norwegians and like the Dutch or whatever, like
Who knows what the Dutch are doing?
but like more so the English, like they've had experience with the monarchy and they've been like, that's good. More, please.
Yes. Pretty much every single person we've read on this forum has been American, apart from one, and that's the one who Shell gave a French accent to.
Yes.
And that was, and yeah, I felt really sorry for the guy actually, because there's a lot of posts from this guy Peter, who is a old gay guy in the UK who's enthusiastic about genealogy, and he joined this forum expecting lots of people with the same sort of interests, and instead got a load of American anarcho-monarchists and the like.
Also, what the fuck? What the fuck is an anarcho-monarchist? Like the idea. Like, I don't understand how those two concepts are supposed to come together, because it's absolute rule and no rule. Like, how is that possible?
Just completely decentralize the crown. What?
I think you're like cool with kings and queens, but you're like not really into it, you know.
Everybody is a
think
king
we
and a
wanna-
queen in an anarcho-monarchy.
I think we
So,
all
like, you all sing like "God Save the King," but like when you stand up, you're doing a jerk off motion with your hand.
Yeah, that's
No,
exactly
you all sing you all sing "God Save the King / Queen," but the lyrics are on the blockchain.
And you have to pay gas fees every time you sing it.
As the only person on this call that has a king currently,
You have a
and
prince.
okay, and I pay like $1.52 a year in
you do.
taxes to the king and the king's representative in Canada.
Yes, you do.
Man, I think it's great.
I feel like you're getting your money's worth.
It's so cool. I can't wait to see that guy's stupid face on my money.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, look at the other side of this toonie. Oh, look at this fucking guy.
Just what-
Cool.
Yeah.
Would be on the toonie.
Like it's pretty cool. Like one of the things that
He'll be on all of our coins.
one of the things, and like, you know, like one of the things that sort of like late series Twitter taught us is that I really like it when like just the general dumb like day-to-day fetishes and weirdness of rich people affecting regular
As a
people.
staunch Twitter user.
yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Our website is always thefpl.us. Other episodes on there. Ball pit. The end. That's all I
The
have to say
end.
about that particular. Yep.
God save Lemon.
I remind her of the fact I'm the king of rock and roll. Completely up from suede shoes, my baby blues. Hot dog, jumping for Albuquerque. Hot dog, jumping for Albuquerque.
All right. I am done with your AU monarchist bullshit.
I'm not. I want Kojima to be let back into Konami so that he can make Metal Gear Solid
no,
6.
for sure. Like,
it's
this
this.
fucking feels Kojima, and I don't like it. I agree. Yes, absolutely.